I just want to take one last shot at this. This is going to be my last chance to do this.
4.0?
No. Well, this could be the fourth time I actually dig into it, so this could be the 4.0 of me saying the same thing. I would Godfather offer for Travis Hunter. I would call the Browns and ask them, what's the way we can do this?
Yep.
I can't stress enough how there is no proper evaluation for this talent out of Colorado. There is no way to quantify what he can do in terms of compensation. At one point, I'm telling y'all, I see him being this good. At one point, there will be a conversation when it's time to, franchise tag him? Because if there's anyone who's going to wind up being franchise tagged, it's somebody. And I know I'm talking like this is five years down the road.
Yeah, 5 years.
Okay.
2030.
I understand.
Right.
That's how generational I think this is. I don't think I'm going too nuts here, and I know this sounds nuts. But at some point, there will be a moment where someone's going to have to pay him a second contract. You know, I'm knocking on wood here, and I know that that's very taunting the football gods by talking about someone's second contract before they've even been drafted.
Sure.
I've never done this before. Okay, I've never. You've been around me for this long.
A guy
Correct.
Like
This is my 22nd draft for NFL Network tonight. I've never seen anyone like this, and I'm saying at some point when you're trying to pay him a second contract, how do you pay somebody who does two things? How do you pay somebody who's in two meeting rooms? How do you pay somebody who means something so much to two different parts of your operation?
Yeah.
How do you figure this thing out?
You defer their money like the Dodgers?
Well, you are making the Ohtani reference that Andrew Berry made last week, the general manager of the Browns, when he talked about Travis Hunter. And there's a wide conversation going on right now is how does he play both sides of the ball in a professional operation that will be pulling him in multiple directions. The defensive, like tonight, Daniel Jeremiah is going to say this on the NFL Network tonight. He may even say it in hour number 2. I don't care that I'm curb stomping it right now. But he wants to see tonight when the Browns draft this kid.
What position they
No.
Or whoever drafts him.
Oh.
No. Let's just say the Browns are going to draft him. Okay, I'm counseling the Godfather offer here. But Daniel wants to know, he wants to be right on the Browns cam in the draft room, okay? Owner is going to be on the phone, okay? You're going to see Jimmy Haslam on the phone. He might pass the phone to his wife, the owners of the team. Then he's going to pass it to the general manager, Andrew Berry, or Andrew Berry may pass it to the owner. Then the coach is going to get on the phone. Which coordinator is the first one on the phone?
Oh, interesting.
Oh, right.
Who will be the first one? Which coordinator will get a shot at Travis Hunter? And I said to DJ, because this was in our rehearsal last night, I said, I guess I got to put him on speaker.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he's speaking to the two coordinators he will be dealing. We don't know how to deal with this kid. And I think, as I mentioned to Jamie Erdahl, our first guest yesterday, when we were talking about Travis Hunter, I say there should be no governor on him. There should be no limits on him. It's like, kid, go for it. And you tell us when you need the Gatorade. You tell us when you need to sit. We are going to go ahead and play you every friggin' snap until you tell us the wheels are about to come off. And I'm being told that's not feasible in the NFL. I'm being told that there's so much to learn on both sides of the playbook. There's so much for only a body can take at the next level that there is no, you're not in the Big 12 anymore.
Right.
You know, like this is a different beast coming at you, and that he's going to have to learn. And then there is the issue that Jamie did bring up is meeting rooms. Like, who's going to get him? Like, there's going to be a tug of war between the coordinators to have him sit in a wide receiver room. And if he's not in the wide receiver room, he's in the cornerback room. And if he's in the defensive back room, he's not in the wide receiver room. How do you split up the day? Someone asked this of Kevin Stefanski just yesterday. Here's what the coach had to say.
not to get into all the specifics, but Travis is somebody that is uniquely equipped to do both. I remember having a conversation with him about, there's only so many hours in the day, so you're going to have to meet extra with this coach or that coach. And he made a comment that he's a fisherman. He gets up at 5 in the morning quite often, so it's not a problem for him in terms of maximizing his day.
Yeah, he's a prize catch, man. Right. This is a kid with his head screwed on right.
Very much.
This is a guy who understands what he's undertaking. It's not just like listen, everybody thinks Deion's just sending someone to the next level with a bunch of flash because that's all he's about. No, he is sending someone to the next level who understands the endeavor he's undertaking. He's a kid that understands the professionalism that is required to pull this off and the body work that's required to pull this off. And he has a guy, again, we are going to show you tonight the last players in the NFL in this century to have started a game at both wide receiver and cornerback. There's 3 of them in an NFL game this century who have started a game at wide receiver and at cornerback. Antonio Cromartie did it for the Jets first up in this century.
Wow.
Champ Bailey then did it later on for the Denver Broncos. And then there's Deion Sanders who did it. Okay, but I wait a minute. I don't think it's this century. I think it's of the Super Bowl era, actually, or since 1990. Regardless, it's impressive. Deion's done it 8 times. Deion's done it 8 times, and I can guarantee you the 8 times he did it, he also got out there on special teams to return the punt that he brought about due to his 3 downs on defense to start the next series on offense because he calls himself a 5-down player. Deion is sending this kid to the next level, ready to play every snap. And I will say this. This is how wild I'm already out the gate. I mean, I'm out the barn in terms of the crazy town by talking about this kid right now, okay? I will say this. We have a terrific opportunity here this year to watch this kid play football and see somebody for the first time ever win Offensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year. Sweep those awards. Because you know there's no Pitching Rookie of the Year and no Hitting Rookie of the Year.
True that.
Okay? There are just Rookies of the Year in 2 separate leagues in Major League Baseball. The NFL separates it by which side of the ball you play. They don't separate it by conference. They don't separate it by anything else other than offense and defense. And there's a kid who, if you allow him to play every snap, has a chance to sweep both awards next year at the NFL honors. And that would be something to see. That's why I would Godfather offer. I would say, I'll give you my 1 this year, my 2 this year, and even a 1 next year to go ahead and take this kid and shut down half of the field on defense and light up your offense. He, again, I'm stealing lines here from last night's rehearsal for tonight's draft coverage. Joel Klatt's talking about how when he's in the route as a wide receiver, he is the best pass catcher in this wide receiver cornerback combination. Yep. He is the best high pointer of the football.
Ball skills.
When he's in a wide receiver position against the opposing cornerback. And when he's the cornerback against the opposing wide receiver, he's the best high point catcher out of that tandem. That's how good this kid is. You didn't just award him the Heisman Trophy because he's nice or Deion is his coach. I've never seen anything like it. I think, and again, his head's screwed on right. He loves football, and he's a fisherman who gets up first thing in the morning to catch the big fish and put it on the mantle and mount it. And he could do that for your team all day long. Why not?
Based upon everything you said, if I'm the Browns, there's no way I'm going to entertain any offers.
I don't think they will, but if I'm Dallas, I'm saying, here's my 1, here's my 2. I'm not worrying about this year's draft because I got the top wideout and I got the top corner. So why would I just say I'll take the best corner at 12 and I'll take the best wide receiver at whatever their second round pick is when you can just do both and then worry about next year's draft next year? And get everybody talking about the Dallas Cowboys again and have CeeDee Lamb out there, and then over there is Travis Hunter and Trayvon Diggs and the rest of your terrific defense. And that's Travis Hunter over there, and that's the side of the helmet with the star on it. And that's Deion Sanders showing back up here in the Jones Mahal. And let's go.
Rich.
Whew. That's my 2 cents to kick off draft day, everybody, right here on the Rich Eisen Show in Green Bay.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.